Hello, it is I, King Gungar, the trillionth and a third Emperor of the Gungish peoples, of the lost civilization of Gungus, and the lost continent and city and kingdom and empire and confederation and civilization and commune and republic and everything else. Just like Atlantis, but real. So I'm going to show you some minis I've painted, including some pin-up type stuff. Give me a second. There's no nudity or anything. It's just, I bought them a while ago, and they're cool minis, and people are nice to look at. Not in a perverted way. I'm asexual. I wouldn't have sex with anyone, no matter how hot they were, but I will say this, they need to make more femboy miniatures. There's like one incubus that I found, and I didn't like his face. Nothing against the sculptor. It's subjectively a very handsome face, it's just not my thing. Yeah, fuck you. And then there's like, probably some anime characters have femboy minis, but I hate anime. Anyways, here's some minis. First is actually a portrait of the dog who is making so much of a ruckus. This is a mini I got in the elder days, several centuries ago, when I was but a wee lad getting into the miniature hobby. And I was like, oh, I need to get this dog because one of my shithole friends is playing a pug. And I guess this was close enough to a pug. And then several years later, this horrible beast is born. And then, not being friends with that guy anymore, and no longer having attachment to the mini, it has become a portrait of my little shithole dog, who is a Shih Tzu and also a Yorkshire Terrier. This was extremely quick, literally just, give it a little gray, speed paint for this thing. These were mostly painted with speed paints. In fact, almost entirely, other than like metals and some other stuff. It was a lot of fun. I could have done more with like the detail on the hilt, where he's got the dog head, but I don't care. And it's definitely, it could be touched up. I've decided to not do that. Here's another old mini I've had for a while. I got this real cheap. It's like a Stone Age caveman and like some sort of bone or laminar armor. Again, the speed paints make it look really good, really quick. Definitely don't have a problem with that. Got a lot done recently, over just a couple of days, 2 or 3. Yeah. I think before this guy had blue hair and bronze bracelets on his arms. Now he's all Stone Age. The arm bracelet things you can't really see, but they're bone, like ivory or something. Because that can be a thing. That can be a high status sort of thing, especially in a lot of... I mean, ivory, bones can just look cool. But here are some simians from Lucid Eye. I gave them T-shaped body paint, not for any particular reason. Just thought it's a pretty simple image, an uppercase T. So, they got the paint. We got the face paint, the body paint. Here, let me get some water. Sorry for anyone who Doesn't like to hear people drinking water. It was inevitable. But yeah, these guys are simians from Lucid Eye. They're supposed to be Auroran tugenensis, real life hominin, quasi proto-human, ape-mans, dude-mans, guy-mans. And, you know, I don't know that they ever made stone tools, but these guys are using stone tools. So, that's cool. And yeah, they're the monkey men. So, that's those guys. And of course there's one more of them that I couldn't fit into the frame. Yeah, his face paint's not as good. Oh, can't even see him. Shit. Oop, oh, okay. I'm sorry, this is extremely unprofessional, which is very standard here. I cannot be a professional. I'm too broken. There we go. Monkey Man. He is a monkey man. And he has the monkey clan. I haven't colored the bases of any of these. Now for some single piece plastic guys. You've got some sort of Dollar Tree ankylosaur, fucking Jurassic World thing, very cartoony, fun to paint with the speed paints, made it easy. He's a gamer. Now here are two. They're Reaper miniatures rune whites, so basically they're Old Norse fantasy zombies, which Skyrim players would call Draugr. I think that would actually, according to Jackson Crawford, be Opterganga. It's basically the zombie, but that's why I colored them blue, because Jackson Crawford's thing. So they're blue zombies. They're blue zombies, and that's just cool. I just like the idea of blue undead. I think that's neat. And yeah, I didn't even paint the metals with metallics like I usually do. It's just colored like it's basically dull metal. I don't know. I guess the Opterganga, how do you say it? They're fucking, you know, they keep it unrusted. I don't know. Whatever. I might add rust to it later. Who knows? Now for the guys I built from different kits. First is the Aztecs. These are actually mostly by Wargames Atlantic, but the guy on the right actually has a torso from Perry Miniatures Sudanese guys. That's why his arms are so weirdly proportioned. But you know, these are just I don't know how historically accurate they are, but just fun things to blue on. And I think they came out pretty good. These look, if I had hand painted these, well, I did, but you know, if I had like, you know, shaded them and highlighted them this well, they would have been some of the best things I'd ever painted. But yeah, I'm really happy with them. They're pretty damn good. At least for me, you know. There's people out there who can make this look like nothing. But that's okay. I'm not putting it up to that standard. That's dumb. These are supposed to be generic kind of Bronze Age troops, which is ironic considering I think most of their kit comes from either the Industrial Age or the Iron Age, but basically they're just generic fantasy guys. I'm just trying to get this guy in. Okay, now we'll do. There you go. Well, kind of. This guy's still a little bit. Yeah. So basically, these are kit bash. The heads of the guys on the right are, like I said, War Games Atlantic Afghan heads. The torsos are Victrix Iberians, armored Iberians. The head of the guy on the left is a Spartan head. Some of the spears are one of the spears is probably a Greek spear. The shields on the right are also Greek shields. And I don't remember where the guy on the left's shield came from. I'm not sure. But, you know, I had a lot of fun with how these turned out, you know, and the only thing I might touch up is some of the copper that I used, because it wasn't like a proper miniature paint. You know, you can still use it, but it needs more coats. And I was just grabbing it because I didn't want to grab my bronze because I didn't want to dig. So it was just stupid. I was like, oh, I'll just use this. But, yeah. You can kind of see it in the shields. They're very unevenly painted. You can kind of see the brush strokes still. Hopefully, though, you cannot see it for these next ones, because that would be kind of weird because they're pinups, so it would be very strange. So these are just the last ones. I'll show them, I guess, in the order I made them. Or painted them. I didn't make them. This is some sort of tribal chieftain lady. She's really big. She's like 32mm scale. I gave her like kind of Lady Death type skin and hair, because I saw someone painting a Kingdom Death model like that, and I just thought that was cool. You know, oh wow, I'm actually seeing... Did I paint those bones? Yeah, I guess I did actually. I was thinking I didn't for a second, but yeah, I did. It's kind of hard to tell with this camera. Oh no, it actually isn't too hard. But it's hard to tell how vibrant kind of the blue in her, you can kind of see it with the green, but the blue in her feathers and her headdress. You know, this was just, again, this was pretty much all speed paints other than the dagger and the metallic on that. You know, I've kind of decided this is, maybe not in dress, but skin color wise, like the kind of Lady Death type skin color is probably what the shadow humans look like in my game. Because there's shadow people where it's kind of the mythical, oh, it's like a humanoid silhouette. And then there's these people who are literally humans who have adapted to the shadow realm. Because yes, that's a thing in my setting. And then here's another one. Well, okay, I'll show this one because I kind of made this one before. This is a Twin Goddess mini. I don't think the other one was. They had a lot of pinups. And I pretty much knew how I wanted this one to look. You know, I could have done better in a lot of ways, but it's okay. I'm pretty happy with it. There was, when I bought it, I think there was a mild printing error on her tail. I turned it into a scar, because I guess she's a cop. She probably has legal permission to dress like a not cop, because she's like I don't know, there's like speciesism laws, I don't know. Depends on what kind of demon she is, I guess. If she's just like a regular demon person, then she probably, you know, anyways, that's retarded. Anyways, speaking of retarded, so before you get mad at me because of what I have done, I dropped this mini right before I was about to paint her. Yes, it is a Mind Flayer kind of Gajinka thing, and you can see right here, yeah, right there, there was another one of these little jewel things, and she also had a very tiny hand. And when I dropped her, her hand broke off, this thing broke off, and so I said, I know what I'll do, she's already a squid person, I'll give her a tentacle hand, because then I can just, oops, give it a dye, and then it'll look fine. So it's not like I'm a horrible pervert. It was a matter of circumstance. I'm a victim of circumstance. But yeah, it's a hot octopus lady with big boobies. These Twin Goddess minis are very explicit. I don't know if they do femboy minis, but if they do, I will probably buy some for Christmas, because that would be fun. Don't worry, I'm not going to put these in a jar or anything. I just have fun painting things. You can see I made a hot glue tentacle pretty easy with a half-heated hot glue gun, if you don't mind wasting a shit ton of it. You know, I think I did a pretty good job. Pretty basic color scheme, but I'm okay with that. And now here's the one I finished today that took me the longest. It's basically like an anime dragon lady, except if she was like Ivy Valentine from Soul Calibur, I guess. So, you know, this one I spent a lot of time on, mostly on the skin, getting that to look right, trying to get all the lines filled in right so that it would look good. Not going to dwell too much on it, but it's I'm pretty proud of it, you know, respectfully. It is a pin-up miniature. I mean, it's not, I don't think the dragon character, you know, I think, you know, she's not real, so I don't know. Anyways, I'm pretty happy with this one. So anyways, hopefully the next one is less embarrassing. I've got a lot of stuff I could paint. I actually wanted to ask you guys what you think I should paint next. Because I've got a lot of options. I could paint reptilians, like, here, let me grab some, oops, shit. Where'd that guy go? Where did the snake man go? There he is, okay, good. Here, give me a second. I'm gonna grab me some comparisons. Oh shit, no, okay, good, he didn't. Oh, he broke. Where did his arm go? This is very professional. Just kidding, it's not. Is that his arm? Oh, great, now he's falling again. Is that his arm? Where is his arm? Sorry, I'm pretty stoned. This is probably a funny video in retrospect. If you like laughing at me, that's fair. I like laughing at me sometimes. Where did this fucking... It goes there. Looking for an arm of a snake man who has tiny T-Rex arms. And... oh, there it is. Oh, thank God. Now let me grab the other contenders for just a moment. Want to make sure the sides of the thing, grab the other ones. Okay. So here are the realms. Now you're not actually going to pick a specific miniature, just a category. It's either undead or reptilians. Now these groups are not equal in size because I am retarded. That is okay. God forgives no matter what, even if he's not real. So here are the gamers. Okay, so here are the ones that I've built from kits. They aren't kit-bashed really because I'm a failure. Well, this guy does have a Warhammer skull, but whatever. So these are Lizard Mans and Snake Mans. I could have sworn I had Another snake man. Oh, here he is. This snake man's has a crossbow. Because he is a spooky little snake man's. You will see him now. These are the snake mans and the lizard mans. The snake man's is from Frostgrave. Lizard man's is from War Games Atlantic. The lizard mans have muskets. Also got this old vintage Harpy Mini that I found at a local store. You can't really see it too well because I haven't highlighted it, but yeah, it's a pretty cool old Mini. You got a Reaper Vulture Man. Repainting a pre-painted Lizard Man's. He's cool. Some more Snake Man's. Reaper. These are sword guys. Swordmans. I want to get the rest of this set. I think they made more of them. The shields will be really fun. I like painting shields when they have actual texture on them. It's fun. Got Lizard Mans. You got one of them's a cool mini or not. Other one's a Reaper. Maybe a Reaper based on a D&D artwork. Not sure. You know. Dinosaur that my neighbor gave me. The little raptor guy. Very D&D scale. Very fun. I think he's even got, he might have feathers, but he might just be like a scaly guy. That's fine. Okay. And then this big hulking creature that I'm really a big fan of. I had to patch his sides to get a hole in them and like rough damage, but he'll probably, I kind of want to put like something on his back, but we'll see. He's got like tendrils and stuff. So it's either that guy, or it's either reptilians, or, and probably no one's gonna answer, but that's okay. It's the undead. I've got less undead minis. But one of them is this ginormous skeleton. I found out that the metal version of him has a cool sword. The one I had a goofy tombstone that said "Rest in Peace." So I replaced it with a Game of Thrones sword that I poorly glued on, but I think the skeleton is barely holding on to it. So that's pretty cool. Big, ginormous skeleton. That'd be a lot of fun, sincerely. And more down to earth. Well, not really, it's undead, but whatever. You got Reaper Skellington. I've got more of these hidden that I gotta grab out. This guy was, I painted a bunch of these guys in a batch, and then I missed this guy and maybe a couple others. Conan the Barbarian Ghoul. Right, very hard to see the detail, but it's based on like classic Conan art of Frank Frazetta and all that. Well, actually, you know, it's not based on a specific Frazetta, but you know, aesthetically. Mummy's going to be really fun. Mummy's badass. Need mummies. And then these guys that I didn't exactly kit bash, because they're all from the same kit, but it's a kit that I really like, which is the Oathmark Revenants. They're based on Bronze Age, prehistoric Northern Europe. And they are really, really cool undead. I think once I go over these guys with the same blue that I used on the Rune Whites, they're going to look fantastic. And then their armor is also going to be, I'm going to make the bronze fucking beautiful. And then their hair, I don't know what I'm going to do with the hair, but yeah. So basically, if anyone at all has gotten to the end of the video, tell me which one you would like to see next.